Namaste yogis, it's Becca Pati. How are you? I hope you're doing really well. It's been a little while since I posted a video, and so I'm super grateful to be getting on my mat to share this time with you. As I was thinking of a theme, it was sort of interesting. I had a few things sort of popping around in my head, and as I started to pull on my awesome leggings that I got a little while back in San Diego, I took a look down, and I don't know if you can actually see what's on them, but it might just look like a bunch of stuff, and it's a little bit more organized than that, but it's graffiti. And I kind of love that look. It's very urban, it's got sort of a unique feel and vibe to the leggings, and I've really enjoyed wearing them. But what it reminded me of is the idea that we all have graffitied our hearts and our minds at some point. And you might be thinking, what do you mean by that? And I'm simply saying that whether or not we know it, we are spray painting, we are throwing paint on the wall of our heart and the wall of our minds. And what this means to me is that we, as the artist, get to choose what form this takes. And I don't know if you've seen a lot of graffiti, but there are some really ugly kind of graffiti that just looks like somebody took a spray can and was like writing something meaningless on a wall that has no significance. But there's also art. Right? Like you look at a wall sometimes where somebody has taken the time and the effort to actually put something up that will be remembered forever, and you don't even want to take it down because it's so absolutely stunning. It maybe takes your breath away. And it could be just because it's brightly colored, or that there's a vibrancy about it, or that there's something really cool, like a theme that's running through it. And I think of the spray can as our thoughts. I think of the paint that we splash on the wall as how we're thinking about life. We can choose to have a very meaningless spray painted kind of existence where our thoughts are just roaming rampant and we're not really guiding them into positivity so that we can nurture ourselves from the inside out. And I've been there, I've done that. I've had graffiti all over my brain. My brain is a very busy little mind, and yet the only way that I've been able to still and calm is truly through breathing, meditation, quietness, surrender, movement. Allowing myself to find my inner surrender and peace. So today is about uncovering and possibly recognizing without judgment what our graffiti looks like. If we just haphazardly end up thinking of things all through the day that cause us worry and anxiety, and then we feed that and we keep spraying, we keep sloshing paint over it, so it develops these layers of negativity so that when we finally do choose to break those down, oh my God, so challenging, right? Or are we in that process of being very conscious of what it is that is mulling around in our minds? And only you know that. And so today is a positive practice. It is a positive flow. It is to maybe chip away at those layers, or to possibly inspire us to be more creative, more open, and give ourselves this beautiful wall of graffiti. I'll see you on the mat right away. Namaste. Hi yogis, it's Becca. So we're onto our mats, working through our graffiti flow today. And this is a flow that's dedicated to really just understanding where we are mentally, if we are really conscious of our thoughts, or if we are kind of in this mode of just lumbering through our existence, taking that spray can of paint and aimlessly painting something of non-value on our hearts and our minds. And so I'm hoping that through this flow, we kind of begin that process of just recognizing where we are with that. No judgment, simply observing. So I'd like us to come up to the top of the mat. This is a flow that is not super vigorous, but definitely will give us a little bit more understanding of breath and movement. So definitely linking the two deeply together. Bring your palms by your side, and this is Tadasana. Right, we're rolling back the shoulders, and I'm really a big fan of the soft Tadasana. What I mean by that is I really don't like this. This feels way too contrived. So I soften it up a little bit to find, you're rooting, you're grounding. And then inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Bring your palms together in the heart center. Soften your knees and allow your body to cascade and ragdoll over top of your thighs. And then within that, maybe you start to bend out your knees and send your shoulder in the opposite direction of the same hip. So left shoulder forward, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward, right hip back. So you're finding some space in the side body. Then inhale to a half lift. Bring your hands up on your shins and really roll back the heart space. So you've got this elongation. Exhale, dropping it down into a forward fold. And maybe again you find a little bit more of a ragdoll. Just letting it go gently. Let your fingertips drop down to the floor. Soften the knees, step it back with your left foot only to the back of the mat. So your right foot will be all the way in front. And just notice that I'm mirroring you. So I have my left leg in front, but it is your right leg, so that we're all going to move in the same direction, okay? So start to just shift the weight forward and back on the back toes. You might notice a little bit of a stretching through the bottom of the feet, so getting into the fascia, which is very important. And then slowly take your back knee all the way down to the floor. So you have knee over ankle and your back knee is slid away from your back hip. Point the toes away if you'd like a little bit more extension there. And inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. So there's that opening, the fullness, drop the shoulders down, contain your rib cage. So sometimes we kind of drop into the hips, right? So peel up the belly, lengthen up the arms, and soften down a little bit. Good, so inhaling, holding here, and then take a little bit of a side bend over towards the right side. So just lower the fingertips. Now I've got really long arms, so I will be able to touch the floor. It might work for you. You can just send your fingertips out a little bit longer, that's fine. So we're holding here in a bit of a side bend for one more big inhale. And as you exhale, you take both of your arms all the way up and then drop your hands to the inside edge of your front foot and walk your foot up a little bit to lizard. So the toes will point over to the side and you'll kind of start to just soften a little bit down. Now some of us are going to have to stay up on the hands, right? That's totally fine. Otherwise you're dripping down into your forearms. And maybe you're rocking gently side to side, that might feel good, or if you've got really sore hips, just take it easy. And again, we're focusing on the inhales and the exhales, allowing the breath to be linked with the movement, which is just very subtle as we are right here. When we breathe, we become more conscious, more aware of what's happening inside of our body. So the physical body is definitely in need of some attention, but also the mind. How busy are we? And are we just like spraying shit everywhere where it's landing in a really obscure pattern? Or are we finding a rhythm with our mind so that we can keep it calm and relaxed? So let's bring the hands all the way back up. Walk your foot in, turn your left toes out towards the right side, shift your right hip under you, and then send your heart up towards the ceiling. So your left hand elevates. This looks like a modified warrior two. And then inhale, both arms rise up, but keep your front knee facing towards me. So pull it in a little bit so that you're not here, but you're also not here. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're coming into that. The arms open up. So inhale here, and let's exhale, bring it back. Hold for the in-breath. And exhale on the effort, bring it all the way back up to neutral, arms parallel. Good. Let's take it back again. So keep your knee forward, exhale. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, bring your arms all the way back up parallel. Let's just go one more time, okay? We're doing this together. You got this. Take your hand back. Maybe it touches the floor. Maybe it lands on your shin. It doesn't really matter. Hold for the inhale. On the exhale, bring yourself all the way back, upright. Draw your hands down towards the floor. Spin your right toes in, tuck your left toes under, and send your legs into a wide leg forward fold. So the heels are out and the toes are slightly in. Inhale to a subtle heart opening, and exhale, take it down into a forward fold. So you can soften up the knees if you need a little bit more extension. Maybe you find that having the legs straight for the moment is not a really good thing, so just kind of notice where you're at. The hands will walk back. Maybe you have just the fingertips. If you can drop the palms down, feel free to go there as well. Letting the head make its way all the way down towards the floor. Nice, and just kind of checking in, one more big inhale, putting the weight to the base of the toes, crawling the hands all the way back out in front of you. Now start to spin towards the front of the room, so the right leg is in front, your left leg is elevated. Inhale, rise the arms up, crescent lunge. Palms make their way all the way down into the heart center. Let's circle this around. Inhale, rise, so holding static the legs. Movement through the upper body, hands down. Again, inhale, rise the arms up. Nice. Exhale, take the hands down. Take the hands all the way to the floor. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. You're staying low, and then send the legs straight back. Okay, 2 more times. Exhale, take the left knee to left elbow or arm. Last time, take your leg, send it there, then bring your left foot to match up with your right, and inhale to a half lift. Hands drop to the shins. Exhale, take it to a forward fold. Come up to standing. Swan dog, up we go. The palms will touch above you, send them up to the sky, go over to the right side. Nice. Inhale, elevate up heart high, and exhale, you'll take it over towards the left-hand side. Nice. Inhale, rise. Lift up the gaze. Just a subtle heart opener. Keep the core drawn in. And then your palms make their way into the heart center. Let's circle this around. Take an inhale, rise up. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, drop your palms down to the floor. Step it back, upward push-up. If you want to take that little hop, feel free. Exhale down, chaturanga or floor. So let your elbows and shoulders be in the same line if you're doing chaturanga. Upward dog cobra. Push into the floor and lift your heart high. Right from here, take it to child's pose. Lower your knees down and press back the bum towards the heels. So a little bit of movement side to side, taking the forehead down towards the floor. So take some time. Utilize the breath to really roll out your third eye space. Let your mind soften into the mat, noticing where the thoughts start to roam to. Are they kind of aimless, or are we thinking about things that we cannot control? It is, that kind of graffiti on the mind is so devastating because we're just constantly on that hamster wheel, not able to get off, right? So we find a little bit of, okay, let's take the breath, bring it a bit deeper. Let the mind settle in. Find just a little bit of extra calmness. Good, then roll your spine coming all the way up, sitting onto your heels, and roll over your toes so that you're in a toe squat at the back of your mat. You'll squeeze the inner thighs in and the palms will come to touch. You'll inhale here. Exhale, left elbow goes to your right knee. Give it a little tap. Inhale, bring it all the way back to center. Exhale, take it to the other side. So right elbow taps left knee. Inhale, bring it back. Last time, here we go. We will take in your left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, bring it all the way back. Last time, let's take it over to the left. Good. Bring both of your palms all the way up. Can you open up your arms just a little bit further? Belly peels away from your thighs. Lift up the heart, lift the gaze. One last big inhale. You can take it to Malasana or crow pose. So Malasana, open up the knees, send the fingertips out wide, drop the crown of your head to the floor and hold. You're moving into crow pose, rooting down the index, the outer edges of your palms, your thumb, a little bit of the pinky, and put your hips up high. Walk your hands back so that your elbows are over top of the wrist line. Look forward, do not look down, look forward, forward, forward. Lift up through the feet, pull your toes up and in. This feels like your low belly rises to the sky. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower the toes all the way down. You can forward fold at the back of your mat, but draw your feet all the way together. Inhale to a half lift. Peace fingers to floor or hands on your shins. Exhale, drop your palms, and then walk it out into an upper push-up position. All right, here we go. Inhale, holding here. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Upward dog cobra. And downward facing dog. So really feeling your heels moving back in towards the mat, right? Your hands are rooted. So we're not here, we're not forward in the shoulders, but we're also not like hanging and pushing the chest down. Go longer. Send the outer edges of your arms away from your face and feel the inner rim of your hands pressing down to the floor. Nice. When you're ready, you'll take the gaze forward. You can either take a little step or a little hop coming up to the top of the mat. Inhale to a half lift, and exhale, you'll take it down to a forward fold. Good. Come up to standing, shall we? Let's go. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, the hands come into the heart center. Beautifully done. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fingertips touch down, soften your knees, step it back with your right foot only to the back of the mat. Okay, so your back leg is elevated and we are moving forward and back on the toes, right? So just shifting, that's all it is just shifting. My feet generally do get a little bit sore, yours might be whatever, right? But just kind of noticing, how that feels in the fascia. And then slow down that movement. So knee over ankle, take your back thigh, lower it to the floor, and extend your toes if that feels okay. Then inhale, up we go, right? So we're like peeling the body up off the thigh so the core stays contained and the heart is elevating. And then take your left fingertips down towards the floor and start to side bend over. Yeah, your fingertips might not touch the ground. Again, super long arms, nickname monkey arms, whatever. So it is what it is. Noticing how that feels. Your hand might just be hovering. Okay, then inhale, both arms come all the way back up, and we're dropping the hands down to the inside edge of the front foot. You're heel toeing your foot out, and then maybe you let your back knee slide away from you, okay? And stay here. Right? This is where we choose to have positive graffiti about the body. Ugh, my hips, my thigh. It's like, you know what? So grateful that I can move like this. I've had several injuries. I had a life before yoga, so all of a sudden this yoga stuff actually makes me very aware of all the shit that I got going down in my body, and I want to open myself up to that possibility mentally and physically, right? So starting to bring my elbows down to the floor, it might work for you, it might not. Maybe allow your head to relax a little bit further. Good, holding here for one more big breath in. And then take some time, fingertips or palms come all the way down to the floor, and you'll walk your foot back in so that now you have your knee over your ankle. And just for stability, your back foot, your right foot swings out, and then this left hip needs to stay in. So if your bum is like this, it's just going to be weird, okay? So take the hip and draw it in, then roll open. So send your arm up against the inner thigh, roll, lengthen up the arm towards the ceiling. So the knee stays forward, so we're not here, you're keeping the knee over the ankle. All right, so inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bring your hand to either your thigh or the floor. Hold for the in-breath. Good, exhale, take both of the arms back up. Good, bring it back, exhale. Inhale for the hold. Exhale. Last time, inhale, let's bring it back. So exhale, bringing it back. Hold for the inhale. Nice, and bring yourself all the way back up again. Take some time, bring the hands all the way down towards the floor. Now take your front toes, which are your left ones, turn them slightly towards the right-hand side. Tuck your back toes under. You're just lifting yourself up into a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, so inhale to the half lift, exhale your options. You can narrow in the feet a little bit, grab onto the big toe mounds, inhale to the heart lift, Exhale, drop it down into a forward fold. So we want to feel the elbows broadening, the chest dropping down to the earth. The head is very neutral, very relaxed. One last big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly release the grip. Walk yourself all the way back, upright. Hold it out here. One last little one. Just going to make my feet a little bit more even here. So right hand roots down to the floor. A palm or fingertips. Sweep open the left hand towards the sky. Holding here, one more big breath in. And as you exhale, lower down the top hand. Just switch it up. So you can see their fingertips or palms, but your right hand is elevating. Allow your hips to open slightly so you can feel the rotation a little bit deeper. Palms, fingertips come down to the floor. Walk it all the way around so you have left foot in front, right foot behind. Inhale, arms up. Nice. Holding it out here. Let's open this up a little bit. So inhale, we rise. So the palms come down, the exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms around. Exhale, utilizing your breath. Inhale, we elevate when we rise. And exhale, we bring it down. All right, last time, let's just take it all the way up and we're holding here. So feel the lengthening of the arms, shoulder blades drop in towards one another. Your front foot should ground, unlike what mine just did. So keep rooting down the big toe mound. And exhale, take the hands all the way down to the inside edge of your front foot. Now you might want to heel toe your left foot out and widen out your right hand. Exhale, back knee comes all the way in, little tap. Send it back. Good. All the way up we go. Step it back. Good. Last time, okay? So we're bringing the knee all the way up. Step your foot down. Bring your hands to the inside edge of your legs. Hold it out here. Heel toe your feet out a little bit wider. Grab onto the ankles. Inhale, lengthen heart space up. And exhale, drop it down into a forward fold. Maybe you have to bend the knees. It doesn't really matter here. Do what feels good, letting the legs maybe rock a little side to side again. Good, one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly start to release fingertips to the floor, come up part way. Drop your palms down to the floor. Just take a step back into upper push-up position. Bring the base of the toes to touch. Your right hand is going to slide up. Your hips will come up a little bit and you will open up towards side plank, left side. Elbow to knee, here we go. Exhale, bring your knee, top knee to your elbow, and then surrender everything long. Exhale. Inhale. Last time, exhale. Grab onto the foot, ankle, shin, knee. Step up left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, your arms rise to the sky. Palms come to touch when you're ready, and you'll take a twist. Your elbow will move to the outer edge of your knee. So notice that you're just coming up out of this as opposed to settling down on your thigh. Feel lighter, right? The idea is to feel more engaged, lighter, and then maybe you take the gaze. Your mind has to be very still and very calm in order for you to look over top of your back shoulder. So hold here for one more big inhale. Fire up your back thigh a little bit more. Nicely done. And then you'll take the hands all the way to center, reach the arms up to the sky. Good. The hands come all the way down towards the floor. Bring your shin to the floor on the left side. All right, settle your heel to the ground, point the toes away. Inhale. This is like a little baby pigeon pose. Bring the hands down to the floor. Good, and then roll your spine, use your core, squeeze inner thighs in, lift, 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 arms rise up. Exhale, take hands down. Good, roll your spine, coming all the way up, surrender, heart high. You got this. Last time, here we go. So hands come all the way down, just a little bit of that core, head comes to the earth. Walk your hands all the way back and towards you. Fingertips head down, tuck your right toes under, left foot lands back down to the floor. Here you go. So you settle the foot down. Side plank modified. Right hand reaches to the side, your leg swings all the way around, and now you've got this awesome feeling of a side plank modification with your leg up and over. Okay, so one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, taking this into tabletop, reverse tabletop. So your right leg needs to come all the way around. So you can utilize your hand to the floor or just take your foot, drop it down in front next to your left. Let your left hand lower down, walk it back. Okay, that might have been a little bit too much direction there, okay? So as you press down, roll open and lift the chest. Okay, you've got it. Looks good. So you'll let the chest elevate, shoulder blades roll back. Put weight into your left hand now. You might have to heel toe your feet out just a little bit wider and lift up right arm. Nice. And then lower down right hand, lift up left, press up and out. And lower down. If you've got tight shoulders, maybe drop your bum to the floor and just elevate a hand, arm, whatever feels better. And lower that down one last time, okay? So shift over to the right, inhale up left, and then lower this all the way down. Let your bum settle down to the floor. Let your knees tuck in, Navasana, so bring the toes in and then lengthen up. Open up the arms, hold here for 3. You can bend the knees for 2. And then for 1, cross your legs over. You're either stepping, jumping, up, or pushing, up, taking it to Chaturanga. Upward dog cobra, you rise. All right, exhale into downward facing dog. Just really feeling the beautiful position of the body, so strong. Wave your spine forward into upper push-up position. Okay, I'm just going to walk back on my mat a little bit here. So hands on your shoulders, and then take your left hand and walk it up a little bit. You're shifting over, feet to touch. Maybe you stack from side by side. Inhale, take your right arm up towards the ceiling. All right, here we go, elbow to knee, right? Inhale here, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale long. Leg can stay elevated or drop it onto your bottom leg. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale, hold here. Now grab onto your foot, ankle, shin, knee, and slowly step your right foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs in, right on right side, left on left side. Inhale, rise your arms up. Nice, beautiful. Palms make their way all the way into the heart center. And take your left elbow and hook it to the outer edge of your knee. Your back thigh fires up to the sky. Calmness. In the moment where it feels like your body just wants to go, we actually breathe a little bit deeper and give ourselves positive reinforcement. Bring ourselves all the way back to center, hands to heart, and take the fingertips down towards the floor. You'll send your shin, your right shin comes all the way down towards the earth. Back knee slides away from you, but squeeze your inner thighs in. So right heel in line with the right hip. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come forward, bow. Bow to the wisdom that you are. Bow to the knowledge that you are beautiful, special, talented, creative. Exhale. And as we let go on the exhale, we rid of the idea that we are just simply moving and meandering in our lives with absolutely no purpose. You have a purpose. Maybe you haven't uncovered it yet. Maybe you haven't found it yet. But I promise you, you have a purpose. Inhale, lengthening up the arms, and exhale, drop the hands down to the floor. Fingertips will tent up. I like the fingertips. You might easily be able to use your palms, it's fine. Tuck your toes under, lengthen up the back leg, and then send your right foot to the top of the mat. We're moving into the modified side plank variation, right? So left hand goes to the side, bring around your left leg. You might have to walk up your right foot a little bit. Then inhale, sit your hips up higher. Send your arm up and lengthen it. Nice, beautiful. Holding here for 3. Good, holding here for 2. And then for 1, making our way all the way back into the reverse tabletop. So your bottom leg needs to come up and around. Feet go side by side. You let your bum drop down a little bit. Crab walk it out far enough that your fingertips face the knee and drop down your toes into the floor and elevate up. Okay, inhale, take your left arm up to the sky. This is elbow to knee, right side, using a very calm brain. If you don't get it on the first try, do not worry about it. Exhale, take your knee and elbow together. Lower it down, rise it up. Just one more time. Exhale and inhale. All right, take your left hand down to the floor. I'm a little bit less stable on this side. So bring up through your right arm. Exhale and lower down. Breath's like, okay. And then take your elbow to your knee. Nice. Bring the arm all the way up and take your hand down to the floor. Press up one last time, I know. And then take the bum all the way down to the floor. Navasana, one last go. Toes to touch. Inhale, reach. Beautiful. Arms open, surrender. Beautiful. One last big breath in. Let's take it to Ardha Navasana. We're taking it halfway down so your toes and your chest face, everything's in one line. Maybe you have to lower down the feet, lower down the hands, it doesn't matter. One last big breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your knees into your chest. Give them a little bit of a hug. Curl your forehead down. Take your right leg in front of your left, easy cross-legged. Inhale, both arms rise. And exhale, take a twist towards the right-hand side. Inhale, rise the arms up. Feeling so much lighter and freer. Exhale over to the other side. Oh, might get an adjustment there. And then bring yourself, inhale, both arms rise up. And exhale, bring it all the way down into the heart center. So you can continue on doing whatever practice you prefer, Shavasana, meditation. I would think that a longer Shavasana would be good after a practice like this, allowing the breath to simply rise and the breath to fall. Allow there to be consciousness of a deeper sense of understanding of where your thoughts drift to. I too am constantly sort of evaluating where I'm at. And sometimes I've shaken that paint can and I'm just like, and it's like lines and zigzags and it makes no sense and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? And other times when I'm really in my body, in my mind, aware, right? And living in the moment, I can paint a masterpiece. And then that sits with me and that's in my mind. And then greater things happen because I'm manifesting what is already inside of me, which is positivity, love, and light. And I know this to be true for you. Whether you are in one state of a mindset or another, I honor you, and I know we'll meet again very soon. Namaste.